What's up, y'all? I'm Mark.
I'm Rafi.
Hey,
Ah,
I think
yeah.
that's the dead giveaway.
Yeah. Recording in.
Hey. Nice. All right, well, we still need to figure out how we're gonna do the intro thing, but
Yeah.
either way, let's jump into it. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, y'all? I'm Mark.
I'm Rafi.
It's Mark and Ralphie. We still don't have the title yet. We're still working on it. We're still here to try to show you guys how to grow a YouTube channel by showing ourselves how to grow a YouTube channel. And that starts with us just doing it. So here we are at 11 o'clock at night on a Monday. Finally got to sit down. My fault, dude. It's been a hectic day. How have you been?
I've been cool. Went to work today. Just did a whole bunch of meetings. For those that don't know, I'm in the Navy. And yeah, that's what I do. I do meetings. It's actually some days they're okay meetings, some days they're very boring meetings. If and sometimes some days it's just they're meetings about things that like don't concern me at all. And so yeah, it can be pretty mundane sometimes. But I enjoy it sometimes. Um, but yeah, no, I'm good. Today's a good day. I'm happy to be home, happy to be alive. So yeah,
Right on, right on. Sweet. A little bit different than my day. I got some progress cleaning my brother's basement, so that was dope. I feel pretty well accomplished about that. But yeah. Well, we're both alive. We're both good. I did though watch a YouTube video today about growing YouTube videos. Imagine that. God, it's so helpful.
yeah,
But a lot of the ones I was watching, there was like a lot of like, oh, cut and paste this viral video and do this and that and that. It's like how to quickly like grow a channel by like just copy and pasting stuff and not actually trying to build something. So I think that's a little bit different than where we're wanting to go. But I mean, we could probably try that with a video just to see what that looks like. Just, oh man, we got 50,000 views. But you said we got some views, you published it. So that was, yeah, that was
yeah,
interesting. You've told your people. I have told no one. I
yeah,
exist solely in the corner of this basement right now. So this is my world. It's gonna grow gradually out of here. This week I will leave the house and go to the VA hospital, so that's cool. Get that checked out. I get to be outside for a little bit. That's
yeah.
fun.
No, that's good.
But
Real quick though, are you on your network?
yeah. Oh man, is my internet dropping out?
It's not dropping out. Like the audio is going through
Man, I
consistently,
don't know.
but it's like every once in a while you'll kind of go like you'll kind of like freeze for a second. Like just your video will freeze.
It says it's on.
Okay, cool,
Dude,
cool.
I'm out in the sticks. I gotta load up this wood fire thing, the wood stove all day to keep the heat going. I don't know what kind of internet we got out here. It's probably dial dude.
No, that's all good. That's all good.
Look, we
Yeah.
will get better. Well, I will get better. You got the professional setup over there. You got the high speed, gigabyte, all that stuff. I got nothing, man.
I will say, yeah, I do have the AT&T fiber setup. It is pretty quick. But yeah, we'll all progress with this. But yeah, like you said, we did post our first video. It was it wasn't
Pretty
it wasn't a bajillion likes or a bajillion subscribers.
honestly mind blowing. I thought it was just gonna be day one. I could just be out here just talking in circles and be like, well, we made it now. See, this is how you do it. Just be me.
Right, right. Well, yeah, I know we're being facetious, but yeah, no, it was, I won't say it was underwhelming, but it was like, hey, it's understandable, right? We post our first video, trying to figure this out. I told a couple of my peoples, a couple of family members, we talked about that kind of last video, about how my mom kind of critiqued and whatnot. But I had some other people that actually, I told about the video. I said, hey, go check it out, and they were like, yo. That's pretty cool. That Mark guy, man, I like his views on stuff, man. This guy's like the man, Rafa. You guys are a good couple. Good not couple.
Yeah, that's right. We're
Team,
soulmates, man. We
team,
bonded in the
team.
ether. We'll go over that as well too one day, but we'll get there. But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
but oh,
I'm glad we're doing something. Gives me something to look forward to every day while I'm sitting here just existing.
yeah,
So it's fun. It's like a
yeah,
journal for me. Keep my thoughts collected, and it gives me something to try to actually engage and do while I'm trying to also figure out my own life. Because
yeah,
navigating the YouTube thing ain't exactly. I mean, of course, it's not easy. If it's easy, everyone would do it, right? But there's just like so much information out there, dude. It's overwhelming, but we're gonna parse through it. certainly make mistakes, and at least it'll be all documented here. So by episode, I don't know, 400, 700, somewhere around there, we'll drop like for real episode one and be like, we got it now. We'll have all the information.
Facts.
So episode 700, look out, people, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming coming soon. Anyway, so overall, yeah, the response was positive. Obviously, the people I told about it are biased because they like
Yeah, imagine the people who love you are like, yeah, man, good job. Yeah. Yeah,
right,
dude,
right,
all I can
right.
keep thinking about is the American Idol people who just go on American Idol and they're like, I'm like, well, everyone told me I could sing. I'm like, man, everyone told us we were good at this, dude.
Yeah, right. So, but they did. I will say they did have some suggestions. And you can tell me what you feel about the suggestions. The first suggestion was that we interview people, and obviously, we don't know big name people, so I'm assuming they meant like friends and family and I guess
For
people that we
yourself, I
know.
know big name people. My niece, she about to come up. She on the varsity team starting as a freshman. So, you know what I'm saying? Big name people. But yeah, no, I'm into it. Like, I think, yeah, obviously the focus is on growing the channel, but also, I mean, we know so many people all throughout the world, people with different perspectives, and why not people on here? We're doing this on video, so we can literally video anyone in. You got some good information or a hot tip on how to grow a YouTube channel or just anything. I'm with it. We certainly need to figure out a structure. I think having other people on here is definitely should be a big part of it. Like, I'm
Yeah,
into that. I like it.
yeah. I thought it was pretty. That was a pretty good idea. Just, I guess I'm trying to think of like, just technically, I guess I'm thinking about the tech side. I'm like, well, I know how to do the double box. I wonder how the triple box would look for like the actual video, or if we just
Man,
have
you
them
got
over like
all
more.
them degrees and all that stuff. You can't figure out how to put three people on a phone
No,
call.
no, no, no. Google, I mean, Zoom does it for me. But I'm
Right.
just wondering how it'll look, as an actual video and stuff like that. And but at the same time, though, we could just have the person over, like either my place or your place, and then fit them into the into the screen that way.
Also, once I get my surgery and my hands all fixed up, I'm just gonna come move in with you for a while and just mooch off you while I'm doing that. So,
You're most definitely welcome to come down here into sunny Florida, which right now is at like 32 degrees, which is weird. But hey, maybe global warming is a real thing. We'll talk about that one day.
nah, maybe if they
Uh,
just added in the extra month they stole from us, but that's besides the point. Anyways,
you believe in months? No.
I'm saying you said it here. It's recorded now, so now I'm coming.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's a Facebook official, I guess YouTube official now. Um, the next suggestion was talking about current events. How do you feel about that?
I mean, to be honest with you, dude, I am not looped into anything. Like, this is the most I'm getting, like, onto the internet to try to look up YouTube stuff. Like, I'm just not up on current events. I don't have a TV. I'm not up on the news. Like, what are they gonna tell me? It's all bad? Oh, no. Yeah, I got it. I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, sure. You're the one more hip on it. I can give my take with zero knowledge on it and just spitball stuff out there. I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people out there that like just give their opinions on stuff. I think Charleston White, I've heard him
I was
give his.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's every news station ever. These dudes got no business out here talking about what they're talking about. They're like, yeah, man. Well, actually, I think, yeah, cool. Why do I care what you think?
Right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
that's true, but I assume they know what they're talking about, right? But they got there by hard work and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
Probably. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't watch it. I don't know.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Well, yeah, I
I
think
don't
that
know who
might
wants
be.
to hear my opinion on current events, but sure, sure.
Well, I think you have an interesting perspective. And that's another one of the comments I got from people was like, "Oh, I like this Mark guy. His perspective on things is something I prefer or I like." I'm like, "Oh, so you don't like mine?" And then so yeah. Well, and then the last thing was people want to know more information about us. I think this is more of like a family. I mean, obviously, I got these opinions from family and friends, and I
They're
think
trying to
like
catch us slipping, spill some beans.
right, yeah.
Ooh.
So one, spill some beans. Two, it's like, well, Rafa, you don't really talk about yourself that often. So, now I can get to know you because you're over here like putting all your
Yeah.
business on the internet. So, But how do you feel about like talking about yourself? Is that I mean, obviously we're gonna do that to a degree, but how do you
Yeah.
feel about, maybe deep diving into some of those, personal uh things?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's good, and it's something honestly I was thinking about today because it's my brother's birthday today. My older brother, and like I was trying to celebrate him. Obviously I've known him my whole life, right? And then it was just like, no one ever talks about themselves. It's like I know you, but like if you never really talk about yourself. I don't really know that much about you. And it's weird. Like, it's like you live with these people, you live around these people and whatever. Even like close people, you're like, man, you don't ever say, I didn't know you were into that or this and that. So yeah, long story. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that sounds good. And I think that's what it's about too. And like even when they're interviewing people, like just bring people on, give people a space to express themselves. Like, I feel like no one ever actually gets into that. And then like even when you start asking these people these questions, like, oh, I don't know. No one's ever asked me that. I'm like, it's weird, right? Like you don't even know what you like. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's real talk. And that's actually, yeah, I was gonna piggyback on that and say, yeah, that's probably what we would do for bringing people on, is really to get to know them better and get to know what they want to do, with their lives and stuff like that, which could segue into, possibly good information for folks to, better themselves or figure out, what does this mean? Oh, this person just talked about it. So
I mean, the reality of this whole thing is I think this is just mine and your therapy session because we're too cheap to go actually get real therapy and we gotta learn something along the way, at least show something. We can't just be like, yo, come listen to Mark and Rafi talk. So we're like, well, let's do the YouTube channel thing. So it works out perfectly.
that's a facts. I will say, I feel like I probably have some traumas down, deep down in here somewhere that, probably need to come out and, be like therapied or be, I probably need therapy to help.
Therapized is definitely the word for sure, dude.
Therapized. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna create a
Yeah.
new word, hashtag
I've seen you
therapized.
scream and run, man. I know you got some demons up in there. We're gonna get them out.
This is real. This is real. This is real. Well, on that note, I thought it was a good idea. Why don't we do more information about ourselves, for the duration of this video? And actually, I wrote down some questions, and we can just kind of go down the line and answer them as freely as you want. I mean, obviously, you ain't gotta divulge anything you don't want to, but I feel
I
like
mean, yeah. You know me, I'm an open book.
yeah, yeah,
Also, if everyone can't have realized by now, you were the one way more prepared and organized for this. I'm just, I'm a free spirit, man. I'm a hippie, man. This
yeah,
is, but I'm ready. Yes.
yeah.
Fire away. We can get into some of this, and then, yeah. I swear, as the week goes on, though, I'm gonna get some more time. We're gonna get some more videos in and start actually trying to apply some things to actually how to grow. Big one I saw was the 4,000 hours. So I guess we can key on that this week at least.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'm definitely down with looking at more these videos to figure out how to grow the channel and just figure out this, YouTube situation as a whole. So totally we get into that. But right now we're gonna get into you. So prepare for me to get into you.
We definitely have to
Pause.
come up with a better, yeah, better phrasing for this segment of whatever this is gonna be. But man, yeah, as much as we got to work on stuff, we gotta come out the gate just a little bit better, dude. We
Yeah,
are not as a unit just
nah.
firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, yeah. Yeah. You right. You right. We gonna figure it out though. We gonna figure it out, but not today.
Yeah,
First question.
I mean,
What is your biggest fear? Now, before you answer it, one of my homegirls actually asked me this recently, and I had to think about it. I was like, well, I'm not going to give my answer, but I had to think about it. And so, yeah, that's
yeah,
the reason
yeah.
I'm asking the question. So, shout out to her. She'll probably recognize this when she watches the video, but thank you for giving me that question to ask. So, yeah, what is your biggest fear?
I mean, my biggest fear. That's a wild one, dude. It's not like something I would sit and dwell on, but like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Like, so if I guess I guess the way of putting it into context is like recently, like within like, last few years, last 10 years or something, what's been something that like it was like, whoa, this really like, I was kind of shooken. I was shooketh when this happened, and I didn't know what to expect, and I was really, you know, taken aback or something like that. Or you can go with,
Yeah.
an irrational fear, like, I don't know, tomatoes or something like that.
Oh, man, that's whack. I mean, if you're afraid of tomatoes, like I'm sorry for you, that's a tough life. I love tomatoes, dude. Eat them Jones with just straight salt. Like I love it. But no, I mean, I guess the biggest fear like that I had for the longest time was like the fear of like failure,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
with whatever it was within a relationship, my job, all those other things. But
yeah.
I think a lot of that was really tied to like my ego. It's like, oh, like you gotta put out this image and I buried that dude 6 feet deep. So like I still have like, I still want to fit in society. Like everyone's like, oh, I don't care what other people think. It's like everybody cares what people are thinking, like to a certain extent, right? I'm not saying everyone's out there trying to impress everyone, but like you want to be received well, right? Like no one wants to be like, I hate this person.
Yeah.
But yeah, with transitioning out of work and all this other stuff, like I still have a little bit of that, like, man, like, did I make the right decision? Did I do all these things? But like I'm confident in it. I feel good in it. And all of those things. I mean, so like, yeah, my biggest fear, I don't know, finding out the actual truth or, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess being isolated, being alone, like that's never good. Like, and not so much like physically not being around people, but like, like when you're in your own head, in your own world, and you just feel super isolated from the world. Like, I remember those feelings and being at those low points, and like that's something I would not want to get back to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely that last part you said, I don't think I've ever like felt like super isolated, like, just in my head or even just with socially with people and stuff like that. But I can see how that could be, very, very terrifying for for myself. I feel like it's kind of like I said, my homegirl asked me the question. I didn't really have a good answer when she asked, but I thought about it and I remember back in like, my adolescent, high school times and stuff, like I was like, I was a nerd, I did all,
No.
I did homework. In fact, there was a girl that I liked and like I did her homework. It was wild, man.
Man,
Yeah.
homework is the wildest thing ever. Homework's so dumb. They should get rid of that altogether, point blank. That's dumb. You can't teach me what you got to teach me in school, which, man, I don't even know what it was they were teaching that was worthwhile. That's besides the point. Like, man,
Yeah.
you don't know what kids got going on at home. You got to send
Yeah.
them home with 8 more hours of work. Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop it.
you gotta keep them busy, man. You gotta keep kids busy. Otherwise, they go out and they terrorize. They figure out other things to do, like,
I
I don't
mean,
know,
yeah, keep
sell
them busy with
drugs.
something good. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yes, but. Anyways, yeah, I don't think I'm going to figure out the social crisis of the youth at this point, but that's a good one. Let's pin that one. We'll put it on the whiteboard. Maybe we can get that like on this list, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. So, but my actual fear was back then is like not like fitting in and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like, I remember, I remember I had my mom used to buy my shoes from like Payless and stuff, and so I remember Shaquille O'Neal's shoes were sold
Yes,
Payless,
man. Yes. The
and I
bootleg Air Forces.
I had a pair of them, and I never forget going to class, and this girl was like, "Damn, you shop at that Payless?" I was like, "Oh yeah, not really, kind of, And then the girl just got on me, bro. Like, and I was so ashamed at that point. And then like,
Yeah.
it was just like, I just want to fit in, man. I'm just want trying to fit in. So, but that was, I mean,
No,
I guess,
kids are ruthless, man, and that's the thing is like that's all people, right? You want to fit in, find your little tribe. What doesn't
Mhm.
matter who it is, find your people. But man, like the time you're trying to do that is you're a teenager, right? Everyone's trying to explore. You got all these other things going on, but you're around a bunch of other rude ass teenagers in high school, man, and they are just ruthless. I said, my nieces are just they getting in high school. We used to be tight back in the day, man. We used to hang out. Now they're just like just like I catch them, I just look at them, and just the glimpse of disgust they have on their face, just existing around us. I'm like, yeah, man, I get it. I'm not that cool, but yeah,
yeah,
no, being a teenager, dude, it's tough. Like,
yeah, it was.
I've now made it to several decades in life, and yeah, being a teenager is definitely not the highlight. But the thing is like every movie always covers it, though, right? It's like you watch the High School Musicals or whatever it is. It's like people who like the cool, popular people in school, like that was like the best time of their life. I'm like, man, there was like 60 more years to go, homie. Like this, you're peaking now. Like keep it going. But
Facts,
yeah,
facts. So
sitting in or trying like, especially moving. Like I don't know if you experienced a lot of the military though, but like, luckily I was born into it. Like I never stayed anywhere more than like 3 years ever. So I was like, you're just constantly having to move and meet new people and all that stuff, and like First, for I guess when I was a kid, it was hard, but I've gotten so used to it. It's just normal now. It's like, well, people, hello.
Yeah. No, yeah, when like I said, my parents were a couple like I said a few episodes ago, man, my parents were divorced. So I mean, I was moving back and forth between LA and Oakland. And then actually when I was young, my mom moved us to Ohio. So I was living in Cincinnati, Ohio, and for a little
Oof.
bit in the snow.
No disrespect to anybody in Cincinnati, Ohio, but oof.
Right. Um, and then yeah, and then definitely going to college, then joining the Navy, and Navy moved me around a whole bunch of times. And within the last 4 years, I've lived in three different countries, three different regions. So uh, so yeah, yeah. But yeah, post my high school life, yeah, it became more of like you were saying, like the whole fear of failure. Because then it's like,
Mm,
okay, cool, I'm out of the house. Now I'm on my own. I gotta figure this stuff out, And it was like it's legit just me. Like I had two sisters, or I have two sisters. They're older than me. But it's like, hey, they're doing their thing. My dad's looking
yeah,
at me very judgmentally, like, you better succeed, son. You only listen to me half of the time. Now you gotta prove that you're a grown man. And I'm like, you right. So,
nice.
but yeah, I would say, yeah, th those were probably two of my biggest fears. I will say that this was a short, I won't say short period of time, but yeah, I think even when I was a kid, and even like when I was in my young 20s, I want to say spiders were a big thing, but
I don't know
not.
why everyone's so afraid of spiders. I'm not out here saying like, oh man, they're cuddly, but like spiders are cool, man. They eat the other bugs. They're like, just let them be. Like, I get it. If you're in my bedroom near my pillow, like, dude, we got problems. I'm gonna have to get you out of here. But like, spiders ain't all that bad, man.
So yeah, so daddy long leg spiders, cool. Maybe even those little black ones, cool. But like, if you ever watch National Geographic, man, there's some like
Yeah, man, but
gelatinous.
you all got. I mean, I guess you live in Florida. Maybe you do, but I was about to say you got like tarantulas and stuff. It ain't Australia. Like, you don't
Yeah,
got
but
big
there's black widows
salamanders
out
in your
here.
backyard.
There's black widows
Yeah.
out here too,
Uh,
man.
I mean,
And
yeah.
and then too, like, didn't you ever like hear like, oh, the average human like, inhales like 50 spiders while they're asleep or
I'm
something like
pretty
that?
sure. I mean, I have zero basis to back that up. That someone just said that and it caught on and people say it. Like, I don't know if that's an actual thing. I'm sure we could do some research on it. We'll pin that one, but I can't believe that's true. Like, I get it. Like, I'm not out here trying to catch and play with spiders. I remember one time I got bit by one when I was on my lawnmower. I thought I was gonna die, dude. I thought it was like a brown recluse. I screamed.
Yeah.
I ran inside. I came inside. I was like, I realized it was just like a wolf spider, but still, I was like, man, I thought my whole life flashed before my eyes. I get
Yeah.
it, but like, if they startle you, I get it. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
spider, man. They ain't gonna eat you. You'll be all right.
Nah, nah, you right, you right, you right, you right. All right, well, we've been talking now for a little while, and you know it's about time to wrap up this video because it's about that time. And
All
so,
right.
really, yeah, just want to thank everybody for if you're still watching this, man, thank you for like still watching it. We appreciate it. If you have any suggestions or comments or anything, please let us know. We're taking any and every type of suggestion and at least looking into it and trying to figure, can that work with us and or can we actually even do it and stuff. So, and then also, yeah, definitely like and subscribe. If, like I said, if you're still watching this, I mean, at least like us a little bit.
Facts. Yeah, man. It's gonna be an interesting journey. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? It could be, I don't know how many people are bored sitting at home, you just have nothing on in the background. Put this in, man. It's gonna be wild. You just tune in and just hear something crazy, join in, send us some. Who knows? Maybe you'll be up on here. We have no idea what's going on. But as always, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Always love hanging out and talking with you, Ronnie. Love you guys. Yeah, man. Let's get after it.
Nice. You guys have a good one.